Oman FM.
And back with us on the nation station Oman FM, aimed at raising awareness on children's rights. Unicef Oman celebrated the World Children's Day. It is celebrated annually every November 20. And we're going to talk about that with our guest. Joining us is UNICEF representative in the Sultanate, Her Excellency Lana Khalil Al-Wreikat. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, thank you for having me in the interview.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations to UNICEF on the success of your programs. Your Excellency, Lana, can you tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can know you better?
I'm the representative to Oman. I work closely with all ministries, partners, on the CRC and the different aspects of making sure that we have a very good system, coordinated approach around children.
Wonderful.
This is not my first duty station with UNICEF. I worked in other countries before, other regions. I worked in Central Asia. I worked in Africa. I worked in our headquarters in New York.
Okay.
I started my career working on ECD, early childhood development, as a technical person. Then I moved to management, and I held a few regional positions on emergency and disaster risk reduction.
Yeah.
And it's great to be in Oman, of course. This
Wonderful.
is my second year in Oman.
Thank you so much for letting us know you more. UNICEF continues through the years to save children's lives, to defend their rights, and we believe you have a special occasion on these International Children's Day. So can you tell us, how did you celebrate this special occasion? What were the activities that took part?
Thank you. So first of all, I think congratulations to the children of Oman, because they were basically the stars of the celebration, and congratulations to the government of Oman, not only on the achievements when it comes to the children's agenda, but also for supporting all the celebration and activities, meaningful activities that were carried out this year. So the World Children's Day is a special occasion for us all, and for UNICEF Oman and UNICEF in 180 countries. This occasion marked the 30th anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child.
Okay.
And we've started the celebration throughout the year. So since January, leading up to the World Children's Day, we, as much as possible, we try to engage with children and young people, engaging the public and advocating for a recommitment to children's rights, through raising awareness around the CRC articles, through social media, through workshops. We started ahead of Oman submitting its voluntary national report to the high-level political forum in July, where we basically worked with our partners, with the Ministry of Social Development and with Children First Association to train children and give them an orientation around the CRC and the Sustainable Development Goals, their inputs, their aspirations, and how they would like to see Oman and having an enabling environment was reflected in the report that was shared with the political forum. And also ahead of November celebration, we basically worked with children from schools across Oman to sit in panel-style interviews with decision makers, including ministers. The children from ages 4 to 12 later hosted their own press conference to share the outcomes of their discussions. These were critical for us because it's basically a platform for them to speak up about matters that really are of their concerns and how they would like to shape their future. Also, around the same dates, on 20th of November, we had 50 children and young people taking over key positions across the operations of Muscat International Airport.
This
was one of the biggest takeover for children in the world on the occasion. So they basically handled the operation on that day, from handling baggage claims to assisting with passengers, check-ins, inquiries. Children were also provided with an opportunity to be engaged and speak with the CEO and the management of the airport about their experience. Also, the staff of the airport, they demonstrated their support through supporting the children, but also wearing blue.
Wonderful,
as part of the Go Blue campaign for the CRC this year. That is a global campaign.
Okay.
We also concluded with a rights 3K walkathon in El Moush, where we had more than 500 people, majority children. I mean, we had people of all ages, but we had also a fun day for children where they basically gathered and they enjoyed family-centered activities around the CRC ahead and after the walkathon. Okay. And we had the guest of honors, His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Kalbani, Minister of Social Development, and Her Highness Sayyida Dr. Muna bin Fahd Al Saeed, the head of Oman Children First Association, who presided that day and participated with the children.
Okay.
I mean, these are like an overview of the major activities, but also our partners, the Ministry of Social Development, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, they all celebrated the occasion across all governorates. So they were raising awareness campaign, and there was a big event in Salalah Airport that the Ministry of Education had also, the same in Dukum.
Right.
Also our partner, Children First Association, partners with Oman Post, and they basically issued a special stamp on the occasion.
Okay.
Plus the Go Blue campaign. I mean, a lot of landmarks, the 3 key international airports, Dukum Port, Royal Opera House, and the Bahla Fort, they also were lit in blue.
Okay. What is this year's theme? And can you tell us how was the outcome of all the programs that you mentioned?
So the theme was around children participation.
Okay.
And that's why we really tried as much as possible to have all children take part in the activities in meaningful ways by empowering them, teaching them about their rights, and then engaging them, providing the platform and giving them the opportunity to speak. Okay. And as I've mentioned, we started early in the year. And it's also part of our long-term programs that we have here in Oman with the government. So it's really around children participation and giving them the platform to speak and assuring them that we're listening. Children are the best to bring up solutions to problems of nowadays and our current present environment.
Okay.
So that was the overall theme for us. And I'd like to indicate that also we were very proud that Oman also presided the CRC 30th anniversary event in New York in the General Assembly, where Oman's experience was also presented.
Wow. Okay, wonderful. So talking about this children's participation, and I believe that UNICEF continues to really, defend the rights of children. Can you tell us what is a child's right and how important it is to implement, the rights of children globally?
Children's rights are the human rights of children, with particular attention to the right of special protection and care. The Convention on the Rights of the Child, the CRC of 1989, defines a child as any human being below the age of 18 years. So we're talking about young children and young people.
Okay.
And children's rights include the right to association with both parents, community, human identity, as well as the basic needs for physical protection, food, education, health care, protection, freedom from discrimination on the basis of gender, disability, and other characteristics. And to interpret the children's rights means allowing the children the capacity for action so that they reinforce their rights and they become an active agent. Of course, I think one of the most important aspects when it comes to rights and our programming approach when it comes to this CRC, that all rights are connected and inseparable. So it's important to have a holistic approach. A child's right to education, for example, cannot be achieved if the child isn't enjoying his right to health, and vice versa. So it's very important to make sure that we have a holistic approach. And as UNICEF, we really focused on the early years, where basically the foundations the foundation is built for the children, cognitive, emotional, physical development. But more and more now we're going up to the age of 18, where it's important to consolidate gains also achieved at early age and make sure that the children are equipped with the right work-life skills, as well as their teenage concerns are also catered for.
Okay, wonderful. So talking about children's rights, can you tell us what are the current challenges that children face nowadays?
Well, I mean, globally, the children of today are facing a new set of challenges that didn't exist before.
Okay.
And these were unimaginable to their parents and our parents. We look now at our new indicators when it comes to the sustainable development goals. Our climate is changing beyond recognition.
Okay.
Also, technology, for example, is transforming how we perceive the world, and children have access to technology.
Right.
And childhood overall has changed, and we need also to transform our approaches along with it.
Okay.
We also still have so far to go to ensure that every child has the right across the globe. There are countries that are affected by conflict, by disasters.
Right, yes.
And that's why our work for children is not just on World Children's Day, but every day.
Every day, not only on that particular day. So what are the initiatives to really implement the children's right?
For UNICEF, we have a mandate that applies and it's driven from the CRC and other human and international treaties and the SDGs that has also a roadmap for what we want to achieve for the communities, including children up to 2030, which is the 2030 agenda. Okay. If we want to talk specifically on Oman, what we're doing, our country program has evolved in the past 50 years.
Wow.
Where it was initially focused on survival issues like immunization service, but as the country progressed and moved into a high-income developed country category, we started to work more on certain aspects that relate to legislation, institutional capacity building. So we're working, for example, with the ministries on programming for children with disability.
Okay.
We're setting up a case management system now and piloting it, and this case management system basically looks into how the key ministries concerned with children with disability, Ministry of Health, Education, Social Development, have one classification for disability and how the cases are dealt with across the board to make sure that no one is left behind. We're working on a child-friendly system at schools with the Ministry of Education, and this is built around the CRC as well and its principles, where schools become a happy environment for children.
Right, yes.
We have also initiatives around child protection and nutrition as well. We did a nutrition survey, and now we're doing a CAP knowledge, attitude, and practices to launch a social behavioral change and raising awareness campaigns around nutrition, infant young child feeding, and some of the key strategies that are required to improve in this area.
Wonderful. And we wish all the best, and we hope, the success in all these initiatives. Do you have any advice to the people or individual on, defending the rights of children, to save their lives, to raise awareness about children?
I mean, I think the most important advice is whether it's for the teachers, for the parents, for the communities, for the decision makers, is to listen to children.
Right.
Children now are taking stand. They know their rights. They're empowered. The education system allows them to know more. The internet, the technology they're accessing as well is providing them with a platform. And it's really very important that we have a dialogue with them and assure them that we're listening. And also we should always include them in coming up with solutions, not only decisions. Right. And I've seen so many children, worked with so many children, and you'll be amazed with the capacity and the solutions that they would bring to the table.
Okay, thank you for sharing that advice. And what are the upcoming events by UNICEF here in the Sultanate in Oman?
In Oman, we're working with the Ministry of Social Development and Ministry of Health and Sultan Qaboos University to prepare for a regional conference on autism. This will be held from the 24th to the 26th of January. Right. And it's going to be a very important platform to exchange expertise between countries on autism, and there will be also special events where families can engage with experts as well to get help or advice.
Okay.
We also, working on our country program with the government, we have a number of initiatives on child protection, education, and children with disability, and we're going to launch the social behavioral change campaigns and programs. With the Ministry of Education, Oman Technology Fund and Children First Association, presided by Her Highness Sayyidah Dr. Muna bint Fahad Al Saeed, we're going to also launch a hackathon under the Global Safe to Learn campaign, which is to create 3 technology solutions to provide a safe learning environment in schools. These are like the upcoming activities for the next 3-4 months.
Wonderful. So that's going to be 2020, I believe.
Yes. And 2020, it's the 50th also, and as we know, there will be celebration of the National Day next year, the 50th, and it will be also UNICEF anniversary, completing 50 years in Oman as well. So we look forward also to highlight what has been achieved to the children under the leadership of the government here and His Majesty.
Wonderful. Of course, and we hope that we can, get in touch and you can tell us about your programs as well on next year's anniversary.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. And we look forward as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, taking time to speak with us and to share this beautiful conversation.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.